I don't know how well you could see this, but I just wanted to give you a general idea of what the paperwork looked like at Ellis Island when someone would arrive. This is my family's paperwork. Actually, it's the ship's manifest. This means a listing of every passenger's name. So this is just to give you an idea. Unfortunately, they wrote it in script, so it is difficult to read. I had to, when I initially got this a few years ago, I had to use a magnifying glass. So the arrival was in New York. It left from Palermo, Italy, and it arrived on April 21st, 1909. Now, there are questions here that are answered for each person, even, the adult, and it would list the children's names and ages who also were with the adult. So I'm going to read the questions. By whom was the passage paid? They wanted to know who paid for their trip, and if they'd ever been in New York before or in the United States. Were they going to join a relative or friend? And then they wanted the name and address of the person who they were going to meet and stay with. They wrote down the condition of the person's mental and physical health. They wanted to know if they were deformed in any way or crippled. They wanted to know their height, the color of their hair and eyes, their complexion, and their marks of identification. This means if they had a scar somewhere on their face or other part of their body. What country they came from, and what city or town. This is just one of the papers. Here's another one. I am trying to find the name of the ship, SS Principe de Piemonte. SS means steamship, I think. And take a look again at how difficult the script is to read. Now, if you're looking for your relative, if they're coming from Italy, keep in mind that Italian women, at least back then, kept the last name of their father throughout their whole lives. So even if they married, they would not take their husband's last name, but the children would. And this is what it came in. And I wanted to also talk about why don't they want to use Ellis Island anymore as immigration, arrival, and everything for the immigrants. And I have a theory that it's because Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty are in New Jersey waters. You can look on any map, and it's right next to Jersey City. Of course, it's a certified historic place, but it's not on the New York Registry of Historic Buildings. It's on the New Jersey Registry of Historic Buildings. Now, throughout the decades, There's been lawsuits back and forth. New Jersey's suing the state of New York, and the state of New York suing the state of New Jersey because they both want jurisdiction, power over the Statue of Liberty Island and Ellis Island. So there's been lawsuits. So the final lawsuit that I could find online was that they are both going to share jurisdiction, but neither of them, New York or New Jersey, will have to pay for the upkeep or the repairs or the renovations. And actually, who owns legally and it's also administrated by is the federal government. So this is a very strange thing, and it's the only thing I could think of why they're not using Ellis Island for what it used to be used for, which worked very well. Because right now, with the illegal immigrants that are coming through, we don't know anything. You see all the information on this paperwork, we don't know anything. And if you look on the videos online, you know, they get off the bus and someone, you know, shakes their hand, you know, pats them on the back, smiles at the kids, and they don't know if they're carrying drugs, if they have a gun on them, if they're ill, if they're half blind. They know nothing. So you see the big difference. And this is what I see in society, basically. Everybody's careless now. Everybody's in a hurry. And I'm just continually shocked the way things are. And because of these new styles of living, there's more deaths, there's more disease, there's more accidents, there's more aggravation, there's more mental illness, there's more, you know, people turning to alcohol or whatever, because they're so aggravated. And what can we do? I try to be an example. I make videos. What else can I do? I can pray. That's it. Think about all these things.